So, will human interference into genetics and nature do more good than bad? Well, there's a couple of different things that you could look at, and it's not such a black or white issue. So, for instance, the Human Genome Project, it has been completed. We have successfully sequenced the entire human genome as well as some other species. And therefore, today we can start to take a look at the probability of maybe passing on disorders. For instance, a family, if they have a rare genetic disorder, they can have their genome sequenced. You can actually go to the website called 23andMe and pay to have your genome sequenced, and you can see, what is your probability of having heart disease or passing on a rare genetic disorder. So for personally, for those families, it might be a really good thing. However, some people would say that type of thing can open up doorways to, starting to alter genes, like the whole designer baby idea. Well, if you know which genes are where, that allows you to map them out, which we've done, and therefore you can specify, well, let's rearrange them, let's put them in different orders, let's match these up with other things. And so then you start to cross a boundary that some people would think is not a boundary that needs to be crossed. With things like plastic surgeries and vaccines and stem cells, obviously medical technology is advancing at an extreme rate. Thinking about where we'll be 50 years from now, looking back at where we were 50 years ago, advances have been huge, and along with those have been a lot of controversy. Europe, for example, was doing stem cell research a lot sooner than the United States was. However, it is been passed in the United States as a law to be able to do stem cell research. The controversy with that is that the sources of those stem cells come from things like, could be something like an umbilical cord, or it could be from an embryo or a fetus, which would be terminating a life. However, you also hear stories about people who have been blinded at a young age and stem cells injected into their eyes, and then they can see. Or people that have been paralyzed from an accident or something. They used to be able to walk, injected stem cells into their spinal cord, and they can walk again. So everything is not so black and white. Is it good or is it bad? There's a boundary to everything. But I think that only time will tell where we'll end up in the end.